There we go.
I don't know what that was. That was
Me neither. I was like, what happened? Let's see here. I'm trying to invite Son of Saints.
okay.
What the hell? I think you have to bring him in.
Okay.
Just dropped him in. There you go. There we go.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening. Holy shit. Here we go.
What is the good word?
The good word is a lot of Marvel today.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Actually, it's funny enough because me and my wife have been watching Infinity War, and well, we're up to Endgame now. Just kind of rewatching everything.
Yeah, man, it's a good rewatch, especially like going through everything from the beginning.
Yeah,
You know?
man. As far as I'm concerned, Marvel can do no wrong.
It's crazy because it's very true. Like Marvel hasn't even their worst movie is still one of the best movies.
Yeah, it's always like and some either series or movies, they're like a slow burn, but they're gonna lead up to something. It's something you need to watch that's gonna just prepare you for the punch in the face.
Yes, sir.
That's
Completely.
why I loved WandaVision. WandaVision was that slow burn that once it started rolling had that big payoff in the end.
Yep.
Yeah, I loved WandaVision.
Yep. And now that they're going to cancel off WandaVision, because they pretty much said they're not going to do another show, they're going to do a movie now, or a trilogy rather. Spoiler: I haven't seen Doctor Strange yet. I'm going to see it on Friday. I am very aware of everything that happens because of what I do for a living. So there's
I
no
know.
way.
Is it that the curse of what we do?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And then Jay here, he's completely also cursed because every time I get something, I'm like, "Hey, man, you ready for a spoiler? Here you go."
And
Dirty.
well,
So wrong.
Yeah,
Actually,
but
I'm gonna jump. I gotta jump out and jump back in because my connection is terrible right now.
yeah, it's fine.
So
It's
I'm
fine.
I'm literally gonna pop out and pop back in.
That's fine. When you get back in, we're gonna go ahead and go over everything you do, and you are the first guest on this show, so hell yeah, let's do it. Just pop back in.
Sweet.
Sweet. So, really quick, that's Angel, which is Son of Saints. He does movie posters. He does a lot of cool things, but he'll tell us all about that in a minute. Um, but either way, you and I, we've been doing this for now 2 months, I think, right? Something like that.
just about. I feel like we started back in March, was it?
I think so. March 20 something or
Oh,
18.
we talked about the Batman, so it had to be.
Oh yeah, it was the beginning.
Yeah, because I remember it took a while for you to see it, and then we finally talked about it full. Yeah, so it had to be. Wow. Yeah, time flies.
Yeah. Full disclosure, I see all these movies and I see them about 2 weeks out. Okay, so he's here. We got to bring him back in.
Yep.
Jay, that's you. Oh, Churro joined. Oh, Churro.
All right, there we go. It was doing something weird.
Better?
I don't know what the heck.
No, it's fine. Trust me. It happens sometimes with us. We cut out and we're just like, what happened?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
All right.
it's like everything was like unsynced, and it's driving me nuts. All right,
It's like a bad kung fu movie from back in the day.
with the bad overdubs.
Yeah, man. So, okay. Angel here, he does a lot of really cool stuff. He's doing independent comics recently with a lot of cover art. You do a lot of movie poster stuff. Let us
Oh
know what
yeah.
you do. I'm.
So I'm son of a saint. Currently from Hoboken, New Jersey, but originally born and raised in Brooklyn. I'm a digital artist. I pretty much do that full time. I do a lot of comic book art, which I'm pulling up some stuff here. I've done cover 2 food stamps by Rio Palantes. I don't know why the screen is looking all weird now, but we're gonna do that because I
We'll
think it's the
flip it
glare.
later in post.
No, it's just the glare on my screen. But Yeah, so Food Stamps by Rios Palante, aka Food Stamps. Shout out to that brother. Tragedy by Phil Russett, which right now he currently has the Kickstarter up and running for issue 3, which I also have a cover for. So if you guys want that cover, go to Phil Russett's Tragedy on Kickstarter. Go pick that up. It got fully funded in like 4 hours. It was insane.
That's rad. That's
Yeah,
cool.
it's crazy. What else I got here? The other one's on the wall, so I'm not even gonna bother doing that. I've also done album art for Static X. I've done artwork for Judas Priest, Steel Panther. I've done movies that are on Amazon Prime, the Tubi streaming service, one Netflix one that I can't talk about yet, and
Ooh.
yeah, I can't go into detail about that yet until the NDA is cleared and all that, and all that, and all that. Um, and also, I was honored enough. Yes, and that's exactly the cover that's on my wall right now that I didn't want to get
The
up and
Bayani.
pull off. The realist Bayani by Mark Theodoso. Also pick that up.
Ooh,
It's a
Kenny
great
knows
read.
you too. That's my boy. That's my brother.
What's going on? So, and I also had the absolute honor and privilege to be a part of Series 1 for the Creatives TCP, which is a trading card series by the awesome Red Guardian. He gathered together about 58 artists from around the world. Each artist got 3 cards to design to do whatever the hell they wanted art wise on it, and he put it into a series of the decks, and that caught like wildfire. All these other artists are simply mind blowing. Excuse me, they're mind blowing. I mean, I can't even tell you the honor it is to be with some of these guys like Nikki Davis and Playful Gorilla and Sir One Collectibles, Savart.
Yeah.
I mean, the list goes on and on. A bunch of those guys that I'm honored to know who just shoot fire out of their hands with art. These are my guys, which I've got here. I don't know if I can manage this. Can you guys see that?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Kinda. I know that. I know that piece of art.
So this one's my Son of a Saint Tarot card. This is my 14th century. Although Xavier, you may correct because you tend to know more about this stuff being a tattoo artist. But this might be 13th or 14th century Japan. Ronin, Ghost Rider.
Yeah. I
Uh,
remember. Yeah, that's Ronin Ghost Rider. Exactly.
and then I've got my homage to the Lost Boys, the
Lost Boys,
classic right there.
which I'm so Angel here has gotten and done a bunch of posters for my house. Though there it is. He's done a bunch of posters for my house, which I'll be putting up soon, and then we'll do a whole tour of it in the near future. But yeah, he did a bunch of posters that I'm gonna be putting up in my staircase because I have like this weird staircase that goes all the way around, and there's a few of them in there that are definitely going to my house. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, he actually. So there's a lot of like artwork that I have that obviously I just put together and stuff, and I actually gave them like the movie poster
Mm-hmm.
treatments, I guess you could call them. I'm just gonna go ahead and open up your folder right here, Xavier.
Oh
So,
shit,
so,
we're gonna get the peak.
so we've got obviously my version of the 1989 Batman, Tim Burton.
Yes.
My version of Blade, which was showcased on comicbook.com.
Mm-hmm.
My version of the Suicide Squad. All right. Matt Ryan's Constantine.
That's one of my absolute favorite ones right there.
Which, funny enough, that background is actually a heavy metal bar that I frequent called Duff's in Brooklyn.
Nice.
Shout out to Duff's Brooklyn. Keanu Reeves Constantine, but I
True.
gave him the comic book version of the Constantine outfit. Yeah, I'll go this way because I want to do that one last. But we've got this crossover Spider-Man with Spawn,
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
Amazing Spider-Man with Miles Morales, my version of Doctor Strange.
Yes, sir.
I've seen that one. Yep.
my crossover of Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, as the Black Widow.
Cassandra Peterson.
Oh, I still got a crush on her. Title treatment with my creative TCP card for the Lost Boys.
Yep.
And the last one, which was super fun to do, Thomas Wayne Flashpoint Batman.
Batman, bruh.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So.
Oh yeah. So
hell
those were all fixed up for Xavier here. He's still got one commission pending. He has to figure out what he wants. So no pressure, but you know.
That one's probably gonna be for my wife, but I'll let you know very soon. Very soon.
Yeah. So he's gonna have all these guys, and these guys are gonna be movie poster size, right? So what is it, 28,
34, I think, or something like that.
something crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you the numbers as soon as I get home because I have the poster frames at the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's pretty much what I do, right? I've found a way to kind of merge digital art sketch style with graphic design and movie poster treatment, I guess you could call it, to create this whole new kind of styling. I just didn't want to look like everybody else. I can do traditional, but with this digital world we live in now, you know, with the metaverse coming and all this other stuff going, everybody's gonna have to start shifting digital eventually. So I just jumped the gun and just, you know, was able to create my own style out of it, thankfully.
You leap
Yeah,
right over.
so far. So, you know.
No, and it works out, man. Like we talked about, you were featured in comicbook.com. You've been featured in a bunch of stuff. You got put on in the cards, which I tried to get into, and I still haven't got a call back. So, I mean, some of those things, like, you got in there already, man. You know what I mean?
So yeah, I mean, I had to resubmit for series 2 because just because you're part of series 1 doesn't guarantee you a slot for series 2. So I had to resubmit too. You know, I can't confirm or deny if I'm in or not. So.
Well, yeah, those gag orders, bro. We can't say nothing.
Bro, I feel like my entire life is a giant gag order. Like,
bro, if only I could with my clients sometimes, because it's like, hey, what about that scene in Doctor Strange, bro? And it's like, bro, what about that in Spider-Man? Come on, man. So I can't talk.
So you haven't seen Doctor Strange yet?
I'm not gonna see it till Friday. My wife and I, we usually tend to go ahead and go and rent a theater, close it off to ourselves, and just watch it for ourselves, and that's it.
Moneybags over here, huh?
Huh?
You hear this? We just rent the entire movie theater to ourselves.
I know.
They bring us caviar and champagne as we watch the Marvel movies upon the silver screen. Like
it sounds ridiculous, man, but it's bro. After she did it as a gift, man, there's no going back. It's just like, yeah, this is the way we have to watch movies now, but we have to be selective. We can't just go, we're going to drop this money for this theater. It's like, no, we're going to be very selective right now which movies we're going to watch.
I'm in the wrong industry. I need to get into tattoos, bro. Like,
but yeah, I mean, that's going to be a fun time. I can't wait to see it now. And
it's so good. It's so good.
Dude, all I've heard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he knows.
I mean, you always have naysayers, but I'm not a purist, you know what I mean, when it comes to the MCU, at least. You know what I mean? I don't expect these renditions of these characters to be exact or storylines to be kind of like, you know, carbon copies, or like, it shouldn't be. It should have a whole new kind of,
Yep.
You know, iteration of it to keep you entertained. Because what's the point of, like, look, we all know about, anyway, comic book readers, we know about House of M, right? When you're talking about Wanda, we talk about Doctor Strange, you're talking about the Illuminati. Like, we know all these kind of iterations with the new Avengers and like I said, you know, the House of M and all these other things. But why would you want that regurgitated back out? Let's get some fresh kind of takes on these things. You know what I mean? I mean, some things I'm not, like, you watching, like, you could have fleshed that out a little better, you know. But as far as that, like, I never expected to be a carbon copy of you know, storylines, you know.
And it shouldn't be.
No,
it never be. And on that topic, we can start everything off that we're going to talk about today. which is the big news about She-Hulk. Did you see the trailer?
Oh, I absolutely did.
And I
Whew.
saw the trailer yesterday.
Yep.
And
I have so many questions, man.
oh,
So many questions. Like,
so
how are they gonna introduce like how she becomes She-Hulk? Are they gonna talk about a blood transfusion? Are they gonna talk about because there's like this one scene in the trailer where Bruce Banner, Hulk, or Professor Hulk, um, he calls her cuz. So obviously, do touch on the fact that they are cousins.
they're cousins. Yep.
But are they gonna touch on the fact that it's Bruce's blood transfusion to her that causes her reaction?
I'm
Like
po-
it has.
positive.
I'm so curious as how they're gonna make that work.
I'm positive that's the route they're gonna go. Then on top of that, Jay and I were talking about it yesterday. She is stronger than a lot of people don't know this, but she is stronger than the Hulk.
Yeah,
She's the
absolutely.
strongest beings in the MCU, especially when she's in rage mode. So we're gonna do a post later on this week where we're gonna put in on one of the posts which are the key issues to read for her when she goes berserk. What are her key trials? Who she's gone against? Who she defends and all that stuff. Which also puts us in perspective with something I'm very excited about: Frogman.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that. And I was like, I was never a Frogman fan, so I was like,
No, I think it's just funny. It's a good novelty, you
it
know.
is. It is. I'll give it that. Um, but
About
we've
team.
seen She-Hulk, right? And knowing about Miss Marvel and knowing about all these things that kind of they've been talking about leading up to like these things that we're seeing now. Are we going to see an A-team?
I
Because
mean, we already saw that
they kind of
in
they kind of touched
Endgame.
on it on Endgame, yeah. But are
Yep.
they going to actually do it? Are we going to see Young Avengers? You know what I
As
mean? Like, there's so much. Uh,
as Brie Larson's not Captain Marvel and the leader of the fine. Like I'm one of those people that's like on the Sapple Power. Look at what Kenny just put. But but I'm on that train where it's like Brie is not as strong as Monica Rambeau. She's not as forthright and as powerful as Monica Rambeau as Captain Marvel. I think we need a change. You know what I mean? And,
I'm absolutely okay with it because I'm gonna be honest. I did not like Brie Larson as
no,
Captain Marvel.
no,
You and many of us.
She lacks the dynamic necessary for that.
yep.
You know what I
Agreed.
mean? She could look like her all she wants, but she doesn't have the dynamic. Like Captain Marvel, I don't know if anyone's ever read any of it, but she's kind of snarky and quick witted, and you know what
Yep.
I mean? Like I don't see that
Look,
with Brie Larson. You know?
Brie Larson can be that in real life, but she ain't doing it in the movies. So
Which is disappointing because like with her little one-liners that she had in her movie, I was like, okay, are we gonna get there? Like, is she gonna be her? You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it never reached. It was like it was going uphill real fast, and then it got to the top, and she just sat there. Like,
yeah,
Yeah. It's kind of one of those, I compare it to one of those you're watching, you're like, oh, okay. Like, that's what it was.
yeah, yeah. And
yeah.
then like you see her in Endgame, and she just had no personality.
Nothing.
That,
She,
and I never liked the fact that they try to make her just the strongest character without putting any, like, backstory behind. Like, we've built towards Captain America.
Ooh, yep.
We've built towards Iron Man. You can't just throw her in one movie and then now tell us, the fans who've been on this ride for 10 years, oh, yeah, she's the strongest in MCU.
she's
And
strong. Why? Reasons.
And
That's
also,
it.
it's like, well, does nobody see Scarlet Witch just sitting there? Because I would beg to differ.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
it's just it's a lot of characters on there that essentially in the comic book world are overpowered. Let's just face it. You know what I mean? But when you put them in the MCU, there's just so many characters. They have to find a way to give everybody shine. How you gonna make it work? So what do they do? Hey, she's strong. Why? Reasons. Like let's
Yeah,
just move on. Like this is we have to get over here. So just trust us. She's strong. We got to keep moving. Like you know what I mean? Like I get it, but at the same time, you can do a little more fan service on that.
I agree. I agree. Speaking of fan service and comic accurate heroes, Moon Knight. Anybody?
Oh,
Oh,
bro. Bro, you
Yo,
know, I'm probably the only person in my friend group that absolutely loved Moon Knight. Absolutely loved. And yo, let's give it up to freaking
yep.
the actor, bro. He pulled Oscar
Right.
Isaac. He pulled that off wonderfully, wonderfully. The switches between personalities wasn't just an accent, his mannerisms, the way he
Yep.
delivered things. He literally was casted for let me not spoil 2 characters,
Well,
and
I'm about to get to that. So they've already talked about if they do a season 2, we're gonna get Jake Lockley,
but are
which,
we gonna get the black suit?
bro, we need
Will we
that.
get the black suit? Because we
I
need
hope
the
so.
black suit.
I hope so. Kenny
If they're
dug
gonna
it.
do that,
Dude, I'm telling you, Moon Knight is such a good character. And okay, in true fashion, I'm gonna go into it. Jay knows what I'm gonna do, bro. Midnight Suns.
word, word, word.
It
I'm
wouldn't
down
be
for
a
that.
Pop Link episode if I did not say Midnight Suns.
That's become like our tagline at this point. Like we have to until it happens. That's just what we're gonna do. Until it happens, we have to.
Bro, I need it. I need Midnight Suns. I'm a big fan of that kind of tier of superhero, right? Kind of like ground level, back
Defend.
alley, defenders. Yeah, like like I'm a huge fan of that because at least to me, as much as I love characters that are out of this world and can do all these things, and like I really like the relevance of the characters. You know what I
Well,
mean?
that same note, one of my favorite renditions of Doctor Strange is Defender Strange because he's the one that brings the Defenders together in the
Yep.
books. You know, and then Kenny over here. Kenny and I teamed up on a print like 6 years ago, I believe, or 7 years ago, where we did a rendition of Sorcerer Supreme Strange meets Defender Strange.
Ooh.
I don't know if he still has the I don't know. We sold out of it. That's supercar.
Well, I don't wanna jump ahead here, but I might be working on a Midnight Suns poster. I'm just saying. I'm
Oh,
nothing official. Nothing official. Don't get it twisted. I'm not doing nothing official. I'm just saying a Son of a Saint rendition Midnight Suns poster.
okay.
I'm just
You know what? I'm saying it right now on the podcast. That's my last commission. Dale.
bro, and we're gonna have Blade, we're gonna have
Bro.
Punisher, Doctor Strange, which be Defender Strange. Um, I'm I'm debating on adding Vengeance or Scarlet Spider. Um, I mean, there's been a couple of like
Bro,
great,
Scarlet
great
Spider's
members.
Scarlet Spider is really awesome, and if you really want to go throwback comic books, the Thrasher,
Ooh,
Night Thrasher.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Wait, was it Man Thing a Midnight Sun at one point?
You know what? I think so.
You know
One
what? I'm about to Google this right
Ghost
now.
Rider definitely in Midnight Suns, that's for sure. So, but definitely, I think that's going to be a really good way to lead into that. The game just got pushed forward, so it's being moved up.
Oh, he was. He was.
Yeah. Oh yeah, see, it was like one
He
issue,
was.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, no. It's showing more than one issue here. Interesting.
Oh, Kenny just confirmed as well. Kenny's Kenny's on it too, bro.
Yeah, I vaguely
Together.
remember Man Thing being
We're
a
gonna do
Midnight Sun.
4-way podcast with you on the thing too, bro. Because it'd be great. Pero no, yeah, man. I mean, Man Thing would be a really good rendition of it as well. I mean, they did a sci-fi original a couple years back. By a couple years, I mean like probably a
I
decade.
didn't see it. I didn't see it.
It wasn't great. It wasn't great. Pero
No.
it was, now jumping off of Midnight Suns, we're gonna keep it on Marvel again, and we're gonna keep it on Doctor Strange because, in true fashion, we gotta keep it kind of weird. Reed Richards, spoiler alert, fuck, spoiler alert. Reed Richards just got confirmed in the movie. Movie's been out for 2 weeks, bro. I don't care. Whatever. Reed Richards got confirmed. That's where I got spoiled the hardest because
Did it hurt? Did it hurt that they spoiled it for you?
So it was a little bit both. I immediately called Justin and I was like, "Hey, do you want to know some shit?" And
If
then
it's
he's
spoiled
like,
for me, it's got to be spoiled for
because
you.
he was coming to the shop to talk about the podcast, and I had gotten the picture, which I'm only going to release about Reed Richards. I'm not going to confirm anybody else, but I got the picture of the panoramic, and
Yeah, painful. That was painful. I watched it, and nothing got ruined for me. Thankfully, I watched it. I saw it. It was brilliant.
and
Um,
dude, I was just like, Jay, what do you think? He's like, dude, hold, that can't be real. And then about an hour later, my buddy's like, hey, I just saw it. You want me to send you a clip?
oh no, what did they send you? Did they
The
send
clip,
you the
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 clip,
clip?
the
The
clip,
clip?
the clip. So the only reason I even brought him up is because he is now on board with the Fantastic Four movie, or so it's said. It's not confirmed in paper. It
That
might
movie's that
not.
movie's cursed, man. That movie's cursed. I'm so scared. I mean, I get it. Marvel Studios has it again, but I'm so scared. Like,
Yes and no. He's gonna. Well, John Krasinski's gonna direct it, supposedly. That's why John Watts stepped down.
well, let me tell you something. In the midst of speaking about this, who do you guys think, knowing what you know right now currently, should be the next big bad?
You mean after Can?
Mhm.
Ooh. I'll
You know,
let you go first, Justin, because this is gonna be a mind racker right now.
you know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say Doctor Doom. I'm waiting for it.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that one.
I'm,
I'm with you.
we got Secret Wars
But
coming. Battle World. You better bring in Doctor Doom because you cannot
I'm with you.
perform it without Doctor Doom. I'm sorry.
I
I'm with.
just
But my biggest fear is, like in true Marvel fashion, they're gonna kill him.
they better not. Dude,
Oh, you see what I'm saying?
they
Yeah,
better not.
but you see what I'm saying? Like you get Doom in there, and now
I
he's on the chopping block because they kill every big bad.
I just want to hear him say there is only doom, and I could die happy, bro. I can die happy
No, no, no,
just
no.
to hear that.
There's only Doom, Infinity Gauntlet, boom, new cosmic event, new Nexus event, boom,
Oh,
right?
but now we're going into like uh God Doom. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
now we're going into that, bro. Like that, and they can't kill him off. Like
Nope.
Well,
Nah.
that's the
They can't. They won't.
there's no
that's the,
way.
we don't
So
know. We don't know what Marvel has in store because Marvel keeps on surprising us. And right now, Kevin Feige went in and did a retreat to plan out Marvel for the next 10 years.
bro, another great thing. It just popped into my head. It's just him like getting ready to kill one of the characters, bro, and just him just turning to them and panning onto that mask, and you hear him just say something like, "I deny you death." Like, you know what I mean? Like, only in true Doom fashion. You know what I mean? Like,
Oof.
oh, as you can tell, I'm a big fan of Doctor Doom. I
Yeah,
love Doctor Doom.
true. Annihilus.
Uh,
Ooh,
There,
Atra. That's my boy Atra Mesa, another digital artist. Yo, he has got a true point there. I would love to see that as well. Ooh, that would be brilliant, actually, to see that.
yep. I mean, Galactus is another one too.
Galactus, yeah. And let's not get a puff of smoke, please. Let's not get somebody on the top of a building blowing a vape pen or something. Like I just no.
Bro,
Can
I
we?
forget that was the biggest letdown. The movie was decent. It wasn't horrible. But the end of that movie
Uh,
destroyed everything. Because
I
Bro,
mean,
Jones killed that
yeah.
surfer. Doctor Doom wasn't great. We're not gonna talk about that. The team wasn't
no, we don't talk about that.
probably the best thing about that movie. But you were waiting for the payoff at the end of the movie. You were waiting for that Galactus. And what you got was a fart. So I mean, at the end of the day, it was just bad.
How do you ruin that though? Like Galactus is an impending doom. He shows up. It's like it's over. You know what
Nope.
I mean? Like
Yeah.
this should be like no done. Hey, Galactus. Like come on.
I mean, there is those offshoots like Ghost Rider giving him the penance stare, and it's over. Pero
Acha, did you see the comments? Acha's got a good point there.
what
I'd
do
rather he says I'd rather Doom be a strange villain first. Honestly, build him up magically. He's got a point.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that a whole lot better. And then we're probably gonna get a 3, Doctor Strange 3. So
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Atra. Yeah,
Yeah, they
people do
do.
forget that. Yeah, that Doom does magic. Yep.
Doom does the yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it would make sense to put him in the Strange universe.
Well, that's why Doom is such a crazy adversary too, because it's technology and magic. He is Tony Stark and Doctor Strange put into one.
Yeah, yeah,
So
which is
any
why I love the hell out of
best
him.
heroes as villains, essentially. You know, that's yeah, I could see that. I could see that 100%. And giving it a very hard twist too, where it's like, dude, how would you feel about a variant Tony Stark coming in through a portal that Doctor Strange pulls in, boom, and then I know where Reed Richards drops in too, and you have the 3 smartest, the 3 toughest.
Now we're talking. What is it? Superior.
Superior, yeah.
Stuff? Damn, I never read that storyline, man.
I mean, if we see that, that's cool. But again, this is all just hearsay.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I do know is in the movie he used very similar technology. I'm talking about Reed Richards now. We're going back to Reed Richards. He used very similar technology to the TVA in Loki, which would make sense because he's related to Khan.
Mm-hmm.
Or Kang, sorry, it's Kang. And we could see it really develop from there as well. Variant Doom. Yeah? Oh, what about the Maker? Damn. These two right now are just going in.
Yo, word.
Like, for real.
Word.
So if you can't see, Atra's talking about Variant Doom already did a Secret Wars power up in his universe and start there. Yeah, I see that with MCU 3, but here we go with Kenny going, what about the Maker?
That's a pretty evil
We agree,
version
yeah.
of Reed Richards, bro.
Yep.
That is a pretty evil version of Reed Richards, bro.
Oof.
Like you talking Reed Richards didn't. I mean, which is
Well,
why he was part of the Illuminati. He doesn't. He's all logic. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
no
and
emotion.
makes sense. They go hand in hand because what Atra just said and what Kenny just said is the same thing. It's like they're both part of that universe, essentially.
Yeah.
Where Doom technically becomes a hero because he's trying to kill the Maker.
Damn.
And Reed's completely evil. Oh, man. Jesus Christ. There's so much to go on right now. So much.
Yeah.
So many options. Oh.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we get some good movies and yo, shout out to Ken and Atra for those. Whew,
Yeah.
that really makes you think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? When we put this up, put the comments in the comment box. Let us know what you think as well, because I want to see what you guys would bring up and bring into this fold as in storyline up. Like, what could Marvel do? You know?
Word.
And then, so, not say anything else, but Hallie Atwell supposedly going to get a spin-off from the What If series of Captain Britain. Live action.
Meh.
Damn.
Meh.
I love it. I love Captain America.
Ooh.
I'm a fan of Captain Carter. I'll take it.
Meh.
Falcon be good for me. Like that. I think, to be honest, my favorite Marvel movie so far is The Winter Soldier. The Winter Soldier, I think, is hands down the best movie that they made.
Wait, so Xavier, are you the only person here who has to see Doctor Strange?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Can't say nothing else. Never mind.
Nope.
I was gonna make a comment, but never mind.
I know what you're going to talk about. I know what you're going to say, but I can't talk about it because it's a podcast. But we can talk about it next week if you want to jump in on it next week. But yeah, man, I know what you're going to say. And
but moving
agree.
on, you guys can comment on this one because I got nothing for this one because I'm not a fan.
Okay, I agree. So, all right, on some new shit, which is going to be complete. Wow, we're going to have to bleep that out for the YouTube channel because now we're going to demonetize. Anyway, wait, let's see what he says here. Apocalypse is big bad. That'd be great. Mr. Sinister, absolutely. That is definitely a big bad that needs to be done.
Ooh, so make a horror brood movie. Yo, that would be dope. Imagine it shot like Aliens, essentially.
Yes.
That would be like original Aliens. We're talking like the first release here.
Mm.
Yep.
That would be dope.
That'd be pretty rad. Then yeah, exactly. Bring the X-Men in. Finally bring in the X-Men and make it something legit. Because all we got right now is Professor Xavier. That's not a spoiler. That is on all the trailers.
That's on everything, yeah.
So seeing that would be amazing.
Yo, I
See,
think
that-
that would be dope.
Now,
'Cause as soon as he said, like, you know, the Brood, like, as a horror movie, the only thing that came to mind right away, because we all know like what the Brood looks like, right?
Yep.
The first thing that pops into my mind in my head was like those xenomorphs, how they travel through those the tubings of the ship, and how you would know they were there, but they wouldn't pop up till like last minute,
yep.
and like yeah, that's brilliant. That's freaking brilliant. Paparazzi, what's up, Tiff?
Hello. But yeah, no, I mean, we're going to jump off this for a second. We're going to go into the DC world, and then we're going to end it with Star Wars, since I already jumped onto the Hal Apples thing. DC possibly replacing Ezra Miller as the Flash in the new movie.
Because he's out of his freaking mind. He's been in the Speed Force too much, and it's affected his mind. That's what's going on here, guys. That's what's happening. He's done it too much. He's messed with the timeline too many times. He kept trying to fix it, and now we get this version of him in the real world here. That's
We get the
reverse
Ezra.
There we go.
Reverse.
Yeah,
He's stuck in the negative Speed Force. That's exactly what it is.
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, they're replacing with who? Dylan what?
Dylan O'Brien.
Dylan O'Brien from that movie Maze Runner.
And from Teen Wolf. But he's watched Teen Wolf.
You support. Okay, I get you, Kenny.
Dylan O'Brien?
I'm still not about. They were even talking about getting Grant Gustin in there, and I'm like, look, just let's finish the movie off, and if you're gonna replace him at some point, make him go back. He transforms. You have a different body type now. You have a different body thing.
That's just rumor, right? That's not confirmed.
That's rumor.
Yeah, it's rumor.
That's what I keep on hearing, but let's see what happens. I mean, we can't hold any of these celebrities up, man. Like,
let's get some new blood, though. Let's get some new guys. We don't necessarily need to have a name. Like, these names, movies kind of already built up already. Do we really need like a high name person? Look at Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman was like a nobody when he was a Broadway guy.
Perfect example. Joker guy.
Bro, yeah,
I know he's in the Immortals, but I don't really know his like whole filmography. But he killed it as a Joker for like a second.
Yeah, word.
5 minutes.
Word.
5 minutes, and I'm like, that's the Joker.
Yeah, man. Let's get some new blood. Let's get some guys that are like, stick with the franchise for a little bit. Build up with it. Why not?
Yeah.
You don't always have to have the big name.
Yeah. And like I said right now, like we hold these celebrities up at such high standard. But bro, these people are human too. They fuck up, but at the same time, like, you gotta be held accountable sometimes. Amber Heard's another one. Amber Heard. So where it's like, come on, man. You lied about everything, you got caught, and you lost the suit.
That made me paranoid to get plastics for my bed.
As long as nobody blames the dog, you're fine.
Oh my god! Like that's just been a circus, bro. I can't even I can't scroll through my feed without seeing something about that. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I could care less what's going on with those two right now. They're both celebrities.
But it's
both.
Funny. Tell me it's not funny. Just see.
It is funny. No, don't get me wrong. It's funny, but I don't want to look for it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna go out my way to see what's going on with that. Like, I could care less.
And then Jazzy just said it. Yeah, he did honestly kill it. Yeah, he's the best Joker I've seen in a while. So
and that's saying a lot.
Now the last thing we're gonna talk about is I'm a big Star Wars fan. I don't know about you guys.
I'm a big Star Wars fan.
So,
big Star Wars fan.
DC ship has sailed. Speed of the universe way too much. Yeah, I mean,
Probably.
Yeah, Because they try to play catch up with Marvel. You
Yep.
can't play catch up with Marvel, bro. They wanted to like leap 10 years ahead. Like Marvel has had 10 years or more to build this universe up, and they've done it right every step of
Yep.
the way. And
Little by
DC
little.
said, "Oh, we gotta catch up." Like
Yep. Yep. 100%.
that's why you get that crap show you got with Justice League. That was them cramming everything into a movie, and it didn't work.
Yep.
And
I mean,
that's where the ship sailed.
that's
Yeah,
Zack Snyder did a good job, like recovering, but it wasn't perfect by any means necessary. I mean, but then again, we're gonna go back to building. So, Star Wars went ahead and they confirmed that they're gonna be doing a bit by bit universe. In other words, everything's gonna be its own thing. It's all gonna culminate, be in the same universe, but it's gonna be all storytelling, no trilogies, none of this craziness. And I fully agree with it. Obi-Wan is supposed to be the flagship for this, which in
yeah.
reality, if you really think about it, it's Mandalorian. But I'm not going to get into all the schematics right now. But they're going to say that Obi-Wan's it, and I'm fully for it, man. The Inquisitors are in it.
I
Everything
mean,
got
I
good.
feel like they have to do it that way because
Yeah.
there is just so much Star Wars. Not just movies wise, but you got shows, you got
Books.
books, you got
Yep.
comics, you got. There's just so much. That universe is so vast. You know what I mean? We're not even talking about like the Republic, and we're not even talking about like all these other like things that coincide. That it is just way too much to try to connect all those dots. Yeah,
Yep.
and something's gonna like the quality is just gonna fall apart trying to connect those dots. So I think it's a genius move on Disney's part, making sure to kind of storytelling time, because every these guys have been around for so many years. They got their own stories to tell. Let
Yep.
them just tell those stories. Nothing has to, you don't have to connect the dots here. Now, if there's a little salute to something, cool, but it doesn't need to connect. I'm completely in agreement with that.
Yeah.
So I know that we're in a time frame, but really quick, what do you guys want to see out of Obi-Wan? I'm going to start with Jay, then we're going to go to you, Angel, and we're going to end it with me, and then we'll sign off for the night. What do you want to see with Obi-Wan?
I want to see one them showing the reason why in the end when Obi-Wan had to take down Anakin when he said you're my brother. I want us to really, I mean, we've seen it in Clone Wars, but I want to see like flashbacks and us to really see where that relationship built. And two, I want to see, because we've seen Obi-Wan in his later years, but I want to see fresh off of Order 66. Like, how does that feel? Like living, to know that you have to live in hiding and to know that the person who you considered your brother and thought that you left to die is now basically helping the Emperor take over the galaxy. Like, how do you live with that? And then the part where he says, when the boy's older, he has to be trained. And Owen goes, oh, like you trained his father? Like, he has
Oh,
to.
oh,
So
Bro,
I want to see the complexity that he brings to Obi-Wan in this stage of his life. That's what I want to see.
you absolutely stole my answer, you bastard. Because that's because that's because that's exactly what I want to see. I want to see like the toll that the decisions that he had to make. It's not a matter of wanting to take, but had to take, and like what that does to him. And then as someone who's gonna teach again or something, like how that messes with your teaching method, and like what your morality is now. Second guessing yourself, like all these complex kind of emotions that you're gonna go through after going through what we've seen him go through with Anakin, right? That you could go so deep with that into his psyche, bro, that you could get 2 or 3 seasons out of that alone.
yep.
So that's it. That's I don't even care about anything else but that, because the first thing when they told us the time period of when Obi-Wan was, I was like, damn, I want to see the weight of what happened to him take its toll.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
that now can we also say, maybe because everybody knows about the Jedis, they know about the Siths, do we get to see some Greys?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Do we
saying?
see others come back?
Yeah, like that would be an interesting thing as well. So
So on that point, Mace Windu. I want to see him come back.
Nobody's
mentioned it so far, but Mace Windu needs to come back. Mace Windu, I want to see. At that time and era of Star Wars, Cad Bane was young. Well, younger, more in his prime. And he's a Jedi hunter. I want to see some Cad Bane action. I want to see this motherfucker go crazy and just start hunting Jedis, not side by side, but parallel to the Inquisitors. Adjacent to the Inquisitors. And
Damn, man, you know what I would love to see? I don't know if you guys remember that game. What was it called? With Darth Vader's apprentice.
Force Unleashed.
Yes.
I would love to see something
Starkiller?
touched on him. Starkiller.
Ooh.
Later, Atra.
Have a good night. Ooh, MegaCon. Yeah.
How dare you?
Thank you, Croqueta. Appreciate you.
Oh, nice.
Cosplay him.
Yep.
You know what? Yeah. If Mace comes back, I'm not gonna read what he said. I'm just gonna change it up. Kenny's gonna cosplay as Mace Windu on a live stream. That's what we're gonna say. But yeah, I say yeah, man. I'm down with everything we just talked about. I want to see the dynamic where it really led from what emotions are really there, even though the Jedi can't follow emotions because they're not supposed to.
Right.
I want to see Cad Bane action. I want to see the Inquisitors really do the real dirty deeds that they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
I want to see some people their graves. I want to see some of them come back. Mace Windu is my number one vote for anybody to come back.
And plus, I need to see Samuel L. Jackson again in that role. I need to see it. Like, I just need it.
At this point, yeah.
And here's another aspect of things that we forgot. Yoda's still alive.
I know.
Yoda is still alive.
Thought about that.
And Obi-Wan knows where he's at. So will we see that interaction again?
That would be great.
That'd be good.
That would be great.
So
I think they will, just because of the fact that they have Grogu now. I feel like they're gonna want to incorporate it some way, shape, or form. Like they're gonna want to make you be like, I think.
But they've never
Grogu-
touched on that race really. I think on the books they touch on it though. No.
Well, in the old Dark Horse, they did. In the new one, in the Marvel universe, I don't think they go too much into it. They made one of them canon, which was the one on the board with Yoda, and that's about it. Outside of that, they never really went into anything else. And then Grogu is also either just barely being born in Obi-Wan, if not born at all. Because Obi-Wan's like 70-something.
And Grogu's about 50, right, in Mandalorian?
And in this one, he's about maybe 30-something or 40-something.
Yeah,
So,
I don't think Grogu would be alive yet.
Yeah, unless it turns into this whole thing like, where Obi-Wan's the one that saved them and sent them off in the pod, and 20 years later, 30 years later is where we have the whole thing where Mandalorian takes off.
Right.
On the first mission. So, but with that all being said, I know we're all on a time frame right now. It's been awesome. Like, this is an awesome podcast that we had today, for sure.
Hell yeah, fun times.
Next week, I will have more info on Doctor Strange, and I am willing to fully disclose everything I saw.
Can't wait for that.
Mm-hmm.
That conversation. And then maybe next week, Kenny can join us as well.
I expect a text message from you, Xavier, when you watch that movie. Like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
I expect a dude.
Oh, me too. I've been telling him, I'm excited for him. Like, I can't wait. Because I know the minute that movie's over, he's going to text me or call me. Be like, bro. Be like, I know.
Exactly.
Plot twist. I hated it. No. Well, all right, guys. It's been awesome. Let's do next week again, hopefully Wednesday again, if everybody's cool with it. And
yes, sir.
well, Kenny said he's down. So Kenny will jump on this podcast. And we'll have a four-way. No, that sounded wrong. But great.
Ew, my.
Cool.
Ew,
Oh
my.
my.
Good night, guys. Thank you so much for having me on, man. I really appreciate
No,
it.
anytime.
Oh yeah, thank you for being on. Appreciate
All
it.
right, man. All right, guys. Peace.
You have a good one. Later.
Good
Good night.
Night.